No, because hold on a minute. I really, really love this comment because I agree wholeheartedly. Okay, so Max is the underrated Russo. We all know that. However, I don't think he's as dumb as he portrays himself to be. I mean, he's even said in the show that he plays dumb so that because people already expect that of him. Because think about it, in the first season, he wasn't dumb. He was a little bit more not even really ditzy. I mean, he's a young kid. That's literally just a young boy that, I mean, literally when my brother was young, like, he wanted to skateboard down my father's truck. Like, just doing stuff like that is just kind of young boy, uncautious behavior that he had. He was fearless. So, like, there was nothing wrong with Max, especially in the first season. Like I said, they did not make him dumb. Now, he was lacking in some parts of his wizard training, but again, they blame that of his age, him being behind because he's so young. And he didn't get his wizard powers until, 6th or 7th grade? So, yeah, he's going to be a little bit behind and not caught up to Alex and Justin because he's the youngest. And Alex and Justin have had more time to do their wizard trainings. But anyway, to the wizard side of the competition, I feel like Max really should have won. Like, I knew it was going to be Alex. I told my best friends whenever I was younger, before the movie came out, I was like, I literally said this. I quote myself on it. I said, Alex is going to win, but Justin is somehow going to keep his powers. I said, I don't know how, but he is somehow going to keep his powers. And then we found out, of course, Alex won, and then Justin got to keep his powers to become the head of WizTech. Because if Max would have won, that would have been the best plot twist ever. I would have loved it. But let's really dive deep here, because I want to say that first off, when it comes to magic, we already know that Jerry Russo was not the best magic teacher, especially for Alex and Max. Like with Justin, it worked, but for his other two kids, it didn't work, and he didn't care to change it. And we know that Jerry is the problem. He's the issue, because when they finally got him a tutor, he excelled in magic. He did so well in such a little time that the tutor was actually there to help him, that Justin and Alex felt threatened by it and tried to get in the way of his chances to succeed. So, and we've also seen Max use magic casually, even without using spells. So he's very talented, because every magician, every wizard, including Justin and Alex, use spells. Max is the one that doesn't use spells the most, yet he conjures up things. I think that honestly means that he's really good at it. Also, at one point, he was leading the family competition, because he was ahead of Justin and Max whenever they basically exposed wizardry to the world. And so they were knocked down a few pegs, and so Max was the one leading them. And again, they felt threatened, so they tried to basically move the wizard competition so that they'd have more time to catch up. Why do that if you're so good, you know? Number 2, Max knew how he was perceived. He understood exactly how he was perceived in his family and outside of his family. He knew that other people around them, he stated this a few times, but everybody just completely ignores it. The laugh track goes on and he's just pushed to the side. But he has said multiple times that he either gets compared to Justin and Max, he feels lesser than, and that he knows that everybody perceives him as dumb, and so he plays into it. Now, for what reason, I don't know. I personally think it's because he's conjured up his own life outside of his family that his family cannot taint in any way. Because let's think about this. He has had multiple girlfriends that his brother and sister and parents have not known of. And he tried so hard to keep his girlfriends and his private life private. And who is the one that brought his private life to light? His family. Like, they honestly ruined so much. Even Justin didn't want to bring Juliet home, or any of his girlfriends for that matter home, because his family is always doing something. Alex would always be scheming and doing stuff because her family would get in her business. So of course Max was having his own private life. And he was succeeding so well until what? His family got in the way and ruined it. Honestly, I believe this comment 100%. Max is so resourceful. Like, I don't think you guys really understand. Like, first off, he's a teenage boy. And so, yes, there are going to be some mistakes or some questionable things that he's going to do that's like really. But to be honest, the fact that he's fearless, the fact that he's actually really intelligent is just where his intelligence is placed. School, he doesn't really care for school, just like Alex doesn't really care for school. And a lot of the most famous, most intelligent people in the world probably didn't do that well in school. I mean, like, that does not test how intelligent you are, especially in the real world. So I believe this comment. Someone said growing up is understanding that all the Russo kids are smart. Justin is school smart, Alex is street smart, and Max is business smart. And I'm telling you, I 100% believe this comment right here because I come with the facts. Watch. Exhibit A. Max created a sandwich called To the Max. And basically this was the episode where Max created a sandwich. Some guy from the New York Mets Sandwich Association or whatever came into the substation and tasted his sandwich and loved it and wanted to promote it. Guess who got in his way? His mom and his dad. Because at first the guy was like, oh, your son made me a sandwich. And she was like, ew, I'm so sorry. He's only 11 or 12 or whatever. Let me go ahead and throw that away and get you a new sandwich, right? So she already wasn't supportive. She didn't even let the guy finish his sentence. And he tried to say, no, I really love this. This is really good. And I want to promote this and make this sandwich famous. Yes, who got in the middle of it? Jerry and Teresa. They were like, oh, really? Well, we made Max, so technically we made that sandwich. What? Anytime Max tried to speak, especially on something that he created, that he should be the negotiator for. Now, I get he's young, so he needs probably his parents to tell him, hey, let's do a good negotiation, let's blah, blah, blah. But they are not as trusting, so they're going to think selfishly. Like, they barely let him even, like, they stressed him out so much in this episode, it really made me mad. So they're already kind of stressing him out already because they want to be famous because this would do well for their sub shop. So they're already thinking selfishly. But also Justin and Alex are doing this McReary Chimeri spell, which is making, basically it's a do-over spell. So this guy that wants to promote the sandwich is tasting the sandwich over and over again. So it tastes familiar. So basically it ruined his chances to have his own created sandwich be brought to light. He could have made money off of this. He could have been famous off of this. But no, because Justin and Alex and Teresa and Jerry ruined it for him. That's Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Now, this episode made me so mad because this is season 4, episode 21. Max has a bright idea to expand the substation by creating a drive-thru and also opening up it to the wizard world. And Jerry goes, that's a great idea, and then gives Justin all the credit, decides to take over Max's idea with Justin and give Max no credit. And not only that, Max tried to tell them, hey, because he's business smart, remember this, he tried to tell them, hey, this is way too much, y'all are doing too much, let's just stick with the basics first and then slowly progress like any good business would know how to do. And they were like, no, stay out of this, shush, Max. What? I'm the one that came up with this. How are you going to tell me to shush on my own ideas? How are you going to take over? And guess what they did? They ruined it down to the ground. Max, I felt so bad for Max. He didn't get any credit. He was so smart and so intelligent. I can understand why in this new reboot he's not there. Because to be honest, no one cheered for him in the wizard competition. No one was ever there for them. Alex had Harper. Justin had Zeke. I wouldn't have been friends with Justin after Justin basically didn't care about my life in the wizard competition. He valued his magic over keeping his best friend. So I don't understand why Zeke is still friends with him anyway. But still, Max had no one. Like, I can understand why he became a billionaire, took over the substation, and just did not come back. But because, he deserves so much better. And this person is right. He won at life. So I'm so happy for him. He should have kept his powers too. I don't care.